Hey fellas, Happy New Year 2025. Hope you guys had a great Christmas and a good holidays. Got a nice sunny day today, right after the new year, trying to get a few things done. Oh, got a sweatshirt for Christmas. Oh no, I guess they're trying to tell me something. I'm always here, so I think they know what the deal is, so figured they'd put it on a sweatshirt for me. Anyway, so going ahead and tearing apart an 86 red on black wide body today. About a third of the way through it, so just going to go ahead and pan over and show you guys a few things that I pulled off, including a couple things that aren't necessarily rare, but when I see them in great condition, it's kind of one of those little holy grail items that you trip across and go, oh, finally one of those that's actually nice. So let me show you a couple things. All right, guys, here's this 86 wide body. Sat since, what does the inspection sticker on this thing say? Sat since 2003. So about 20, almost 22 years. No title. A little bit of rust and stuff like that. So this one is a donor car for parts for others, like many. So anyway, pulling a few things out. I usually start on the interior on these things, work my way inside out. But a couple of cool things I saw. This is a nice one. So you guys have been around these things for a while. Know that when you see that, you're like, uh-oh. No cracks. This didn't turn white. It didn't break in half. It didn't snap off. So I rarely get them like that, but I was happy to see it when I opened the door and started to take some things apart. So that's a good one. That's like 1 out of 10. I feel like that, and that's if I'm lucky. So manual belt set. Again, 86. This is last year, the manual belts. That really consists of not just the belts themselves and the door panels, but the headliners specific to the manual belts. These rear upper B-pillar covers are specific to manual belts. Then you have the A-pillars and the trims and the triangles as well. Those are all specific. And then I have the whole bag of hardware. I always save all the screws and everything that's needed to reinstall that. So that's a full manual belt kit, pretty nice. Actually, I have one of the nicest carpets I've ever taken out of a car in this one. I got a guy coming to get that. He's been looking for a manual belt carpet specifically. Good cowls that'll clean up and refurbish nicely. An actual near perfect, nearly new privacy cover. And then, you know, sometimes there's certain things I sometimes don't save, but again, kind of just like the wiper stalk, when you get really nice speaker shelves that have zero cracks, they come off nicely, the grills are in really nice shape. Try to save those if I can. I pull quarter windows as long as they don't have some old nasty 25-year-old tint on them. You know, electronics, funnel. Good spoilers, really nice spoilers actually. I'm getting ready to pull the rear wing here in a little bit as well. Really nice one, single passenger taillight that was super nice. The other one was cracked. Got some turbo door handles to pull that are pretty nice. I've already got those spoken for. That I need to send those out. Nice staggered wheels. Again, non-SHP, but they're good. Hatch struts. You know, when this thing can hold these things up and there's zero bounce at all, this is actually super tight when they were on, and I've got them bounced here as well. But you know, good hood struts. I get asked for those quite often. I've got several of those, but I test those very thoroughly. If there's any flexibility on those as well, if it doesn't hold up very firmly, I ditch them. So I always sell the really firm ones. It's got a good bumper assembly. I'm going to pull. The rear calipers were operational, so I'll be pulling those calipers and cables. Obviously, your 86 only, your 86 and prior hood release cable and handle. It's actually got a nice HVAC that was working well, and buttons look pretty good. You know, hate when I see this. You know, gosh, I wish somebody would reproduce these one day. They're always compromised on 80% of the cars they come on. But then I'll go ahead and move my way under the hood. I'm going to do a compression test on this motor. and see how it goes. It was running to some extent, but that was just on some starting fluid. And some of you guys, when you check your gas tanks, I really try to save gas tanks when at all possible, but man, that thing, I stuck something down there and I was able to basically, that's about 2.5 inches of rust. I see some bad tanks, and sometimes there's just some surface rust. You can get them refurbished and that sort of thing. But man, sometimes these things have just been left for so long, and all that old varnish turns into, or all that old ethanol turns into, you know, just a mound full of rust and eats into the tank itself. So anyway, 86 red on black, a bunch of good stuff coming off. Let's pull the injectors, have those tested. Might have some good 86 injectors. If you guys have any questions on anything, know anything you need, that white 89 is next. Up after this one, it is a complete rust bucket. It starts and runs, but smokes. But you know, it's an 89, it's got some good stuff. I've had this one here for a while. This is actually my test car that I test some electronics and stuff on, but I've got a couple cars to do that on now, so this one will be next. All right, fellas, thanks for tuning in. If you need anything, give me a holler. www.starquestparts.net. I'll catch you on the next one.